Hello, it is your girl, Lady Mocha. I thank y'all for stopping to tune in and dine in with me, with your girl, Lady Mocha, right quick. Just want to start off by saying, I definitely, let me see how this is going to go. What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Lady Mocha, in the building. I understand that a lot of y'all I just did a live chat just now, and the live chat that I was doing, it was on my laptop. Okay, I'm still learning how to get the hang of this live chat thing, because you live chatting off of my phone is not working. My first live chat that I tried to do off of my phone, it was a disaster. Basically, I kept getting calls, I kept getting ringtones coming in. So again, I am an infant at this game. I apologize that y'all have to keep logging in, logging off, logging in, logging out. I'm still trying to get the hang of learning how to do this live chat thing, but nevertheless, I'm using my tablet now, so we should be okay, because my laptop is a little bit more complicated, but I'm using my tablet now, so I doubt we'll have any problems. But with that being said, thank you for the 25th time tonight for tuning in with me, your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Cafe de Paris. Well, on that note, I've been working on trying to do this live chat thing, and that's why I keep more than one device. I have like 4 laptops, I have like 3 computers, I have a tablet, I have phones. So that way, if something goes wrong with one device, I can always use another. But right now, I'm using my iPad, so I think we should be good. I doubt that it'll disconnect anytime soon. I think we should be okay. But I thank you guys for having so much patience with me, with your girl, Lady Mocha. Keep in mind that not only do I vlog, I'm also a student in school, and then I'm a mother, and then I'm also a wife. So my hours throughout the day is very limited, you know what I'm saying? So, besides vlogging, I still have my own personal life where I got to take care of things outside of my vlogging. But this is something that I love to do. This is what I do for a living. I like to give advice, I like to give encouragement. I like to pretty much, keep up with current events. Pretty much give my own advice, give my own opinions on things, especially when it comes to black women. And what people have to realize is, we all have struggles, as I mentioned before. Whether you're a black man or you're a black woman, we all have some type of struggles. We all have something that we're dealing with, that we're struggling with. So, really at the end of the day, everybody has struggles. Now, let me see what's going on with this damn thing here. Make sure. 1 second. Let's see what the hell going on. Let's see if that makes a difference. So, what's good, everyone? Again, I know we was in the middle of talking, and I was having so much trouble with my laptop. Until I figure out how to do the live chat off my laptop, I'm just not going to use it until I get it put together. Again, I want to know where everybody's from, what city are you repping, and what you guys are up to. If y'all have any questions y'all want to ask me, this is the time to do so. Even if you want to ask me something as simple as what do I like to eat, what do I like to do, things that you cannot ask me, that you don't always get a chance to ask me underneath my videos, because it's hard for me to respond back to all of my followers, because I have too many of y'all. It's almost 2,000 people that I have added to my subscription. So it's impossible for me to answer any type of questions that y'all have for me. So if y'all want to ask any type of questions, this is the time to do so. I go by the name of Lady Mocha. I am from Savannah, Georgia. I was born and raised in New York City, so I am a Southern and a city girl. Military brat. My father is a retired Um, yeah, I really do. I need to get me a helper. I really, really do. Yeah, because it's just I'm wearing too many damn hats. You are absolutely right, Rerun. I'm a military brat. My father's a retired Coast Guard chief. So I have lived in many different states, many different cities. I just turned 38. The 7th of this month here. I am a Scorpio, which means I'm a little bipolar. Most Scorpios are bipolar. um, so I'm a Scorpio. I have one daughter. She's 16 years old. I have been married for 17. It will be 18 years come March 11th of next year. Okay? I got one baby daddy. Let me see what I like to do in my spare time. I'm a loner. To be honest with you guys, I don't really have friends like that. I don't. I may have one or two homegirls that I kick it with every once in a while. I'm pretty much a loner. I really don't deal with crowds. I don't have a whole bunch of girlfriends. I like to keep my circle small. The less people you chill with, the less bullshit you got to worry about. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't deal with a whole lot of people. Most of the time, I'm solo. Most of the time, you see me, I'm with my daughter. I see my husband. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned over the years that when it comes to friendship, it's hard to find that. There's not too many genuine people. As life goes on, I'm finding out more and more and more. It is hard to find genuine people. It's hard to find genuine friendship. The one genuine friendship I did have was my best friend, and she got killed 2 years ago in a car accident or whatever. Once I lost her, I pretty much realized that, at this point, if I don't have any other friends by now, I don't need any more friends. I don't do friends. I do associates. You know what I'm saying? I've just learned, especially when it comes to black women, that black women, we cannot confide in one another. We cannot trust one another. We're too busy trying to compete with one another. We're too busy trying to have one-ups on one another. Black women are very competitive when it comes to one another, even within friendship. And I've learned that throughout time. As time went on, I've come to realize that people are not who they always pretend to be. They're not always who they try to perceive themselves to be. So I really, for the most part, I chill to myself. I really don't do too many friends. I chill with family because, I know at the end of the day, even if I'm having issues with family going to be there. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all too. I appreciate the fact that y'all have so much patience that I've been going from laptop to phone to tablet. I would have gave up on my ass by now. I would have been like, this broad ain't got her shit together. I have to get up with your channel in a year till you get a better camera and you get some better Wi-Fi. So I appreciate y'all just being patient and just hanging out with me. And again, this is something I love to do. I'm very passionate in this. I love to give advice. I love to commentate on different things. I've been doing this for years, way before I even started my commentary. And I've had a lot of friends of mine who would tell me, look, the advice you give, the knowledge you have, you need to do your own show. You need to do your own vlogging. And I never took it serious, but I'll be honest with you, all that advice that I have given my friends, them helpers should have paid me because I've gotten a lot of them out of some very serious situations. If I had $1 for every time I gave somebody advice and it worked, I would be rich right now. I'll be richer than the Atlanta Housewives because that's just how much free knowledge that I have given out to people who don't even damn use it. You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, most of the time I rock solo. I'm not working right now. I am going to school. I'm earning my second master's degree in Homeland Security. I tell you, being a college student, it is no joke. I'd rather sit home and collect some food stamps. I need about 4 or 5 different baby daddies. That way I can just kind of kick back and Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to edit that out because if my husband see that, I know I'm a head. But anyway, other than that, this is what I like to do. This is my passion. What's up, true royal family? And I thank you for being true to my channel, for stopping in and hollering at your girl. I appreciate it or whatever. This is nothing easy to do. It's a lot of things that you have to go through. I appreciate it. What's up, Delaney Spencer? I apologize if I say your name wrong. I just thought it would be helpful. You could trust it, you know, and she learned the skill too. Oh yes. Believe it or not, I've been talking to my daughter since she's been 6 years old. She is way ahead of the game. Me and my mother. We've been talking to her since she's been about 5, 6 years old, and she's very, very wise. She's 16. And she got the mind of a 28 year old. She's very brilliant. She's a very smart girl. And a lot of it comes from the fact that we constantly talk to her. Black women need to learn how to really talk more to their daughters. They need to have a relationship with their daughters. And it's not just the mothers. You have to have grandmothers. I don't know about y'all, but grandmothers today are nothing like the way grandmothers used to be back in the day. Remember, grandma used to make you go to church. Grandma used to make you say your prayers. You know, we done lost all the big mamas, y'all. There's no more big mamas. You know, the grandmamas we have now, grandmama trying to get her a man. Grandmama ain't going to no church. Grandmama going to the clubs. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no more big mamas. All the big mamas are gone. I lost my last real big mama. I lost her 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that old school knowledge no more. The old school knowledge is gone. We got these new school grandmamas. And what I mean by new school grandmothers, back then, grandmothers wouldn't become grandmothers till it was like in their 50s or their 60s. But hell, you can become a grandmama at 30 years old now. Shout out to all my 30-year-old grandmothers out there. What's good? Thumb up if you're a 30-year-old grandmama or granddaddy. I know I'm going to have some flaggers. I know I'm going to have some trollers that's going to eat me up on that one. But for real, the grandmother's getting younger because the mothers are becoming younger. She can give good advice and grandma. Yeah, she's actually, it's funny you say that, Rerun, because I be hearing her now. My daughter be giving advice to her friends and the stuff she be saying. I'm like, how is she so smart? How is she so wise? But it comes from us. We've always talked to her. 37 years apart. Oh, okay, that's cool, Miss Spencer. That's the way it's always been. These children today, when they say it takes a village to raise children, it does take a village to raise children. But what I'm starting to know with a lot of black families, I don't know about y'all, there's a lot of division in the black family structure. People ain't looking out for each other anymore in the black families. I remember way back in the day when kids used to get out of hand, you could send that child to their aunt house. You could send that child to the grandmama house, you know, just for a little while so they could get that child back in realignment. But now people are looking out for their own. It's so sad that sometimes kids are not even close to other kids in their family because the adults don't get along. It's crazy how there's so much division within the black family. People are looking out for themselves. People are only looking out for the ones that are in their households. Back then, everybody looked out for everybody. The grandmamas looked out for all the grandchildren. She didn't have her favorites. She didn't only deal with this grandchild and only dealt with that grandchild. All families work together to discipline children. They wasn't over there gossiping and talking about one another. We need more women like her. Oh yeah, absolutely. But again, Jay, it's that old school knowledge. We done lost a lot of the big mamas. You know what I'm saying? So the family division isn't like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Again, black families are not sticking together. Black families are too busy competing with one another. That's what they're doing. They're too busy trying to keep up with, you know, with what's going wrong in the other one's life so they can have something to gossip about. Black families are not sticking together anymore. We've lost that division. We've lost that closeness over the years. Once all the big mamas started passing away, the more the big mothers, the more the older generation started declining. That was when the family structure started breaking down, because black families are not looking out for each other anymore. I remember back in my day when I got out of hand with my mom, I was able to go stay with my aunt for a while. Shoot, now people ain't got time to be bothered with nobody else's kids but their own. The way they look at it, hell, if you over there having problems with your kids, that's your problem. Long as I'm not having no problems in my house, I can care less. And it's sad that it's like that. And that's very true, Jay. It's too much independence and not enough togetherness. Everybody too busy trying to do their own thing. Everybody too busy trying to come up on one another. Family and black families are not sticking together anymore. Yes, I am going to do that, dime bag. I got you. I haven't forgotten, because I remember when you sent me a comment about my mom. Matter of fact, we're doing a video tomorrow night, okay? So trust and believe, I got you. I didn't forget my request. I'm going to put Mama Mocha on. For those of you who haven't seen any of the videos with me and my mom, my mom is just straight up old school. You know, she's not so old school to the point to where she cannot relate to the way the generation is these days. But she's one of those moms, she keeps it real. She's going to tell you like it is. And you know what I'm saying? And me and my mom, I'm just one of the few that's fortunate to still have a mom that's a part of my life, who has no problem still really giving me that old school structure. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell folks it's very important that black families learn to stick together. Because when I was having trouble with my daughter and she was going through that adolescent period where she was smelling herself and being grown, you know, we've all have been there. I somewhat had lost control, and fortunately, you know, I had my mom in my corner, you know what I'm saying, that was able to, come in time, you know what I'm saying, and really help me and my daughter, you know what I'm saying. So it's a blessing when you still have older people in your family that's still willing to come in and mentor you and encourage you when you need it the most, you know what I'm saying. And that is why my daughter is at a good season in her life. She's 16. She just got her first call. She's working out, and a lot of that came from me and my mom working together. Me and my mom both coming together to make sure she knows how to become a productive and independent black woman. Not independent and nasty, but independent and self-sufficient. And that's the problem with a lot of these black women today. They don't have mothers guiding them. They don't have grandmothers guiding them. Like I said, we don't have any more real grandmothers, because all the real grandmothers have passed on. Most of them have left to be with the Lord. And now all we have is these old hyenas that are grandmothers who 43, 44, 45, still going to the club, still trying to get a man. It's a lot of grandmothers out here who not grandmother material. You know what I'm saying? And all it's doing is producing another lost generation of children that are going to be coming up and being, and have to live through this. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only bad part about there's not enough structure within the black families. And these days, it doesn't take us the mother and the father to keep these kids in line. It takes aunts, it takes uncles. Hell, even if the father of your child is not in your life, hell, you should have an uncle to be there. You should have a brother to be there. It's more than one male figure other than just having a father of your child. But see, that's how it was back in the day. But these days, again, it's too much division in the black family. Black families are looking out for their own. They ain't trying to look out for the family as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I can't say all that, because some people, you cannot help them. Note the family. Stop helping people who do not want to help themselves. Stop letting that same sorry brother, that same sorry uncle who's 60 years old, still living with Big Mama, ain't moved out yet. Some of y'all still keep enabling these family members who you know can't get it together, who you know ain't trying to do better. You have to stop trying to look out for family members who you know can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if something's up with my connection. It's saying bad connection. You guys copy me? Let's see. Let me know if you guys copy me, because I don't know what's going on with this thing here. Let's see. Okay, you guys can copy me. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, but again, you can only. What's up, Gemini? How you doing? Welcome to Cafe de Paris. What's good? Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of my followers. I appreciate all of my subscribers for y'all looking out for looking out for your girl. What makes my channel a little bit more different compared to other commentators? You have a lot of black male commentators that are always constantly dragging black women. And then you have some black women commentators who are always dragging and degrading black men. What I do is I'm going to tell you how it is from both sides. Because like we have some sorry black men, we got some sorry ass black women too. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I think the problem is we place too many labels on a certain group of people. When the bottom line is everybody has some type of issues, you know what I'm saying? So we all can learn something from one another. Hey, what's up, real Aaron Collins? What's up? What's good? Thank you for stopping by. Hold that thought for 1 minute, y'all. I'm gonna get me another charger because look like this one is about to go out. Let's see. Okay, let's see what the hell going on with this. You know, black folks, we got to always improvise. Okay. Okay, as I was saying, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lady Mocha. Girl, I'm sitting on my pillows. That's what I'm sitting on. Yes, I go by the name of Lady Mocha, and the name of my channel is Cafe de Paris. I'm always coming up with the most realist topics, you know what I'm saying? I like to discuss things that go on every day. Just typical black folks issues, you know what I'm saying? We all have dealt with baby mama drama. We all have dealt with so much injustice within the criminal justice system. It's just so many things, so many struggles that all of us have as black people, whether you're a black man or you are a black woman. No, regardless of what status we're on or what social status you think you're on, we still all have struggles. As I was saying too, for those of you who don't know, I thought I mentioned it again. I'm also working on my book called The Black Broken Woman's Disease, DNA. Basically, DNA standing for dick and attention. I'm definitely working on that book right now. I should be finished with it within the 5 or 6 months. It's going to be a really great book. Yeah, it's going to be a really great book. And basically, I'm going to break down all of the elements as to why the majority of black women do what they do and why they think the way they think and why a lot of them have the mentality that they have. My book is going to break down all of those elements down to the lowest common denominator. So be on the lookout for that book. As soon as I am done and finished with that product, I'm going to let all of you guys know. So when that book is finished, you can get prepared to get your first copy from me, okay? So I'm going to be doing the book, and if you like the majority of my videos, you definitely going to like my books, because when it comes to my writing, I go even more in detail. Again, I am definitely I got y'all. It's coming very soon because I've had too many people, even before I started this vlogging, a lot of people were saying you need to do you a book, because a lot of the advice I have given my friends and I have given other black men, I know this book will be an asset. So as soon as I'm done with that product, you guys will definitely be the first to know about it. Other than my vlogging, as I mentioned before, I have one 16-year-old daughter. She's 16, going on 28. I got her first car. I haven't seen her since. We gave her a car 2 weeks ago. I ain't hardly seen her since then. But anyway, I got one child. I have been married for 17 years. It will be 18 come March 11th of next year. Yes, I've been married for a very long time. And when I tell you, marriage is not easy, for those of you out there who think marriage is all fun and games, you really better know what you're doing when you call yourself going out there getting married. Because I know it's so many people that are rushing and marrying very quick, and they don't know who the hell they married to. They're not taking the time to really get to know the person they're with before they call themselves making a full-time commitment. So you have to be very careful with getting into a marriage. Oh, you've been married 18 years. Okay, true royal. All right, I tell you, that's awesome, because a lot of black people don't stick together. I mean, I know so many people that are so quick to throw in the towel. And people don't understand that is not what marriage is about. Marriage is not about giving up every time you have a problem. It is about working through your issues like mature, grown folks. And unfortunately, the problem is we have too many children getting married. There's not enough grown folks getting married. There's too many children that are getting married. And that's why we have all the problems we have. You know what I'm saying? So I tell anybody, if you are considering marrying somebody, make sure that is a commitment that you can live with. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a lot of work. I will kid you not. I've been with my husband for 17 years, and we've had a lot of ups and downs. And it takes and unfortunately, I tell a lot of women, we mature faster than men. We do. We mature faster than y'all. And it takes a woman being a very strong and mature minded woman to be able to just be patient and hang in there, because it is a lot of work. Marriage is a full-time job. It's more than just you getting a wedding dress and you buying a wedding cake. There's too many women that's obsessed with the idea of being married, and they don't really understand the concept of marriage and how it really works. It is a lot of work, and I will tell anybody, if you're not ready to get married, don't even take yourself through that, because it's going to be a lot of trials and a lot of tribulations. And realize when you marry that person, you marrying all the baggage that comes with them. It is what it is, because there's too many people who think they could just marry that person and not have to deal with none of their problems and not have to deal with none of them issues. When you marry them, you marry everything that belongs to them. That's the good, that's the bad, that's the whole package. When you marrying all of their baggage. It is what it is. It comes as a package deal, okay? So you have to make sure you're really in a good state of mind if you decide to get married. But yes, me and my mom, we're going to be doing a video actually tomorrow. Me and my mom, we've done a couple of videos together. She gives really good advice. My mom is one of those moms. She's everybody's mom. All of my friends call my mama mama. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom is just a straight keep it real type of chick. She gonna keep it real. She don't cut no corners. And I'm fortunate to have her, because it's not too many black women who got black mothers that are willing to keep it real with them and let them know, look, I made mistakes. Don't do what I did. Do better than what I did. Because there's too many black women who want to keep that struggling tradition going, and they pass that struggling mentality down to their daughters. It's too many black women that are not being honest and not keeping it real with their black daughters. They're not preparing them for the real world. They're not giving their daughters the tools they need to go out there to be able to survive what the world has to offer. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that there's not enough black women that are sitting down and keeping it real with their black daughters. I tell my daughter, she's 16, and I keep it real with her. I don't try to cut corners with her. I let her know, you put yourself out there too many times, you can get used, you get taken advantage of. I think the parents and the grandparents need to show the kids how to be married. I agree. Absolutely, Nolan. Like, that's what I said earlier. The black family structure has diminished. There are no more big mamas out there. Remember when Big Mama used to make you go to church? Remember when Big Mama made you say your prayers before you go to bed? Remember when Big Mama, taught you how to have manners, taught you how to say yes ma'am, no ma'am? We don't have no more big mamas. Okay, the women that are grandmothers now, they're not grandmothers. They're not going to church. They're too busy in the clubs. The grandmothers we have today, they're trying to get them a man. We don't have no more real grandmothers no more. What's up, Drag One the Mortal? For all of y'all who don't know, Drag One the Mortal, that is my baby daddy. He owes me child support. and he keeps coming on my channel, trying to chat with me, and I done already told him I do not want to chat with him until he catches up on his arrearage. More than one? Do you copy me? I done already told him that. I don't know why he keeps stalking my page. How you can't put no money on the books, but you got time to stalk my page? I don't understand that. All right? Let's see what excuse we hear for Christmas this year. The days when parents actually made sure kids went to school. Yep, Gemini. Yeah, more than one know I'm messing with him. Yeah, I've cried out for a while. Let's see. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your aunt. Oh my, you definitely have my condolences. You know, I'm serious, y'all. It's as time goes on, we're gonna be losing more and more loved ones because the older we get, the older the next generation is getting. So that's the scary part about life. You know, days are numbered, y'all. Days are numbered. Like I said, I just lost my best friend in a car accident 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And she was my age. You know, we not even in our 40s yet. So I understand that life is so delicate. And this is the reason why we don't have room for negativity. We don't have room for drama because life is not promised. All of the things we give too much time and energy with foolishness. We put too much time, put too much energy into drama and not even understanding how numbered our days are here. Our days are numbered. You really don't know if if it's in God's plan for you to even see tomorrow. Life is just that fragile. That is why I've come to a different place in my life that anybody that's negative or anything that's not fulfilling to my spirit, I can't deal with it. And that goes for people, good or bad. Oh, definitely. Definitely I feel you. I tell you, the last 2 years for me was really, 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 really rough. I had a rough season. I lost my daughter at 6 months of pregnancy. I miscarried with my daughter. I think that was 2015. Then 4 months later, my grandmother, which was my last grandmother, she died 4 months later. And then 4 months later after that, my best friend, she died. So when I tell you, I can totally relate to your tragedy. It was all 4 months apart. It really was. You know what I'm saying? It was just tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. You know what I'm saying? So, but the way I look at it is, guess what? We all have to go someday. You know what I'm saying? That is the way life is designed. And that's why it's very important that while you are here, we all have a purpose. The purpose is not to be drama. The purpose is not to be negative. While you are here and while you are in your right mind, this is the time to be getting your household in order. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to be doing that. You know what I mean? So, you know, instead of dwelling on the sad things and you know, things that happen to us, it's just a reminder. The way when it comes to death, this is how I see death. Death is a reminder that we need to make it our business to live life to the fullest. That's all it is. It's just a reminder that you need to live life to the fullest. Yes, actually, yes. People, I agree. Met V is that it's too many negative people trying to throw their toxic negative energy off on others. But you know what? It is up to you. You are what's the word for it? You have to guard your spirit. You have to be careful who you entertain. You have to be careful who you call your friends. You have to be careful who you allow in your circle. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have any friends. I think I may have one or two. I don't deal with people like that because it's just it's not enough genuine people. There's no more genuality. People are so fake and people are always putting up this front. And by the time you discover them for who they truly are, it's usually too late. You have invested a lot of feelings. You have invested a lot of time. By the time you really figure out, in the words of Maya Angelou, when a person shows you for who they are, believe them. And I am a prime candidate of that. I actually I was friends with the girl that was we don't have to be friends. Yeah. Oh my. You know what, Matt V? Your comment just brought back some memories. I actually had a situation not too long ago on my job where me and this girl was really tight like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell anybody when it comes to jobs, do not make friends on the job. Do not make friends on your job. You are there to get a paycheck. Don't be trying to build a buddy system on your job. You know what I'm saying? Because when you fall out with folks and you still got to work with them, I'm a living witness. I can give a testimony. You do not want to be friends with somebody on your job. Because when you fall out, they bring it on the job. And that's kind of what happened. This is a true story, y'all. True story. I'm giving y'all a real confession. Me and this girl was really tight, really good friends. We became friends on the job. We was both working within the same department, and we were the only two black females within that department. So that's what kind of made us bond, because the company we was working for was bleached. That's the most professional way I can say it. Hopefully y'all can marinate on what I just said. The department was bleached. Clorox. Extra white. So we was only two black women in that department. And that's what kind of made us bond. So we felt like we had to bond to kind of look out for each other. We had to bond to kind of, that way we had our own alliance, because it was a lot of racism and stuff on the job. So anyway, we got close. After the job, we was hanging out, having drinks, kicking it like girls do, having fun, chilling. We went out of town a couple of times and everything. So one day she asks me, she tells me that yeah, somebody has people on the job always to get close to. They do not get a relationship on the job, even though this is what they have to deal with. Oh yeah, I've never dated nobody on my job. I've never been one. Even before I got married, I don't want to date somebody on my job, because my thing is this: when it's over, I want it to be over. I don't want to have to run into you again. Wasn't it cool, Mocha? Yeah, that's true, Aaron. Hey, y'all's never dated by my job because of a lot of bad things. Yeah, I just really don't think it's safe to date anybody on your job. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people are kind of psychotic. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you may be ready to move on, but that don't mean the next person is. And you will be surprised how far some people will try to go and make you sabotage your job. And sabotage you with losing your job. You know what I'm saying? So I don't recommend you date anybody on your job. And then some people so spiteful, they'll date other people on the job just to piss you off. My cousins just start fighting. Yep. Black women do it all the time. I'm at my old job. Everybody, this one nurse, he was a CNA. He was messing with about 2-3 females on that job. I could never understand. Oh, and I believe you, Spencer. I believe you. Because there's a penis shortage in the black community. There's a lot of black women out there that's dick deprived. So I know they was throwing some bowls, honey. I knew they was fighting over that wood, honey. I'm telling you. State Department. Wow, really? It just amazes me how some black women are willing to get ratchet on a job. As hard as it is to get a job out here, I can never understand that. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but as I was saying about the girl that I was friends with, this is what she did. That's why I tell you, I stopped dealing with people once this had happened. I gave up on dealing with friendship with females and all that. She invites me. Yeah, Treasure, love you too. But I love all of you guys too. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Now, you put a memo out a month in advance stating that you were having a graduation. and you said that anybody that came, your sister was going to pay for all of their food. And I'm like, okay, you told your guests the only thing your guests had to pay for was their own drinks. And I'm like, okay, that sounds reasonable. No problem. Okay. So, we get to your event. We sitting down. We eating food. Now, on my way coming to the event, I stopped and got her a Hallmark card and a glass of wine because this was her graduation. And I figured the least I can do is, since her sister is going to cover all of our food, to at least bring a glass of wine. That's the appropriate thing to do. So we sit down, we eating all this seafood. We having our garlic crabs, our shrimp, our oysters, and all of that. The waiter comes to the table. She's ready for us to pay the bill, okay? So we looking at her sister because remember, she told us since last month, nobody got to pay for their food. You just pay for your drinks. Okay? So we looking and waiting for the sister to go ahead and pay the bill. This sister starts doing this number where she's digging through her pocketbook. She's digging through her wallet. Coincidentally, she can't find her debit card now that it is time to pay the bill. All right? So I'm already feeling some type of way. Like, how you gonna wait till we done ate almost 2 hours worth of food and you realize you don't have your debit card? Now, this is her sister who she said was going to pay for everything, all right? So, the sister, yeah, ghetto as hell. So, true story, y'all. I'm not making this up. So, the sister brought her friend with her. So the friend said, well, do you remember where you left your card at? Yep, you're right uptown. Do you remember? Maybe you dropped your card. Let's go check back in the car. Maybe you dropped it and this and that. So they go back in the car, backtracking. Now, I'm no dummy. I always bring my own money because I don't depend on folks, even if they say they're going to pay for me, because I know things happen. All right, so after digging, yeah, pretty much we got bamboozled, Aaron. So, after that happened, she digging all through her car. She come back, she realized she can't find her card. Now, my friend, my homegirl, who invited me to her function, who told me her sister was going to cover everybody, okay? She decides she needs to borrow my phone. Because at the time, everybody's phone was dead, so she wanted to borrow my phone. She goes on her mobile banking app on my phone, okay? Because her sister can't find her card. So I'm thinking she's going to transfer the funds from her savings or whatever and go ahead and cover everybody. I mean, after all, your sister ain't paying for us, so the least you can do is you can compensate for it. Do you know what she does? She pays. Yep, she can't find my debit card. Yeah, you're right. Don't you know she only pays for her and her sister? Marinate on that. How you invited me, your friend, and all your other guests, and your sister forgot her card. You put out your card and you only pay for you and your sister. Good question, Nolan. I'm glad you asked that because that's what I'm getting ready to go in. Now, this is my thing. Me and you supposed to be like this. We supposed to be girls. We supposed to be friends. And to me, it's not about money. It's about principle. You get what I'm saying? It's about principle. That's what it boils down to me. It's about principle and it's about loyalty. So she pays for her and her sister, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like at the time, maybe, yep, she was too embarrassed being that there was other guests around and there was other people. I'm thinking maybe she too embarrassed to address it right now. Maybe she'll address it later when it's just me and her. Because remember, me and her work on the same job now. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, maybe she just don't want to talk about it right now because she's kind of embarrassed that her sister didn't hold up her end of the deal. So that was on a Friday night when I went to go support you at your little after graduation dinner. Now, I didn't hear from you Saturday, I didn't hear from you Sunday, and I didn't hear from you Monday. Okay? Exactly. That's right, Aaron. So, I didn't hear from you for 3 days. Now, the least you could have did was call and check on me, because when if I didn't have no money? You know what I'm saying? When if I barely had enough gas and came up there to your event? You don't know what I had to go through to come and support you. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't hear from her. So I knew Tuesday when we went to work, I was going to run into her because me and her work in the same department. I'm hoping, could you send you a smoke signal at least? Yeah, anything, exactly, anything. You know what I'm saying? If it was me personally, I would have been so embarrassed. I know me. As soon as we left, if I wouldn't have addressed it then, I would have called on the phone and said, "Girl, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe my sister played me like that. But don't worry, I got lunch next week. I got you. I apologize and went the way it did." Something, anything to show you got some kind of compassion for what went down. She comes to work Tuesday, and I'm waiting for her to still say something. This brought up here talking about what she got to cook for dinner, what she got to put on layaway. She talks about everything but the incident that went down. And I tell y'all, it burnt me to the core, because when I say I'm a down friend, I'm a down friend. When I say I got your back, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, if I give you my word, I'm going to follow my word. You know what I'm saying? That's how I operate. You know what I mean? So when she said nothing about it, it really rubbed me the wrong type of way. Now, keep in mind, I'm not even going to mention all the other things that I saw that was already kind of red flags that I needed to end this friendship long time ago. There was already some other flags, but I guess I got a lot of patience. I got more patience than I should have had. But that incident was the last straw. Because when I gave her the opportunity, she had so many times to come to me and address it. And when she didn't address it, and she left it like it was, I said, okay, evidently she does not value me as a friend, and she does not value our friendship. So I stopped talking to her. I told her, that's what you get for dinner. You go. I would have told her, here's what you. Uh, Believe me, it's a whole lot I had wanted to say. But I think at that point, the reason why I didn't confront her about it, which I could have, but at that point, I had already decided that the friendship wasn't worth fighting for. Because anything I feel is worth fighting for, I'm not going to give up on it easily. I'm going to try to work it out with you. If I feel like you worth it to me, I'm going to, communicate with you till we come up with a resolution. At that point, I didn't want to really try to reason with her no more. I just want the friendship to be over, because I saw too many signs, and to me that was the last straw. So when I stopped dealing with her, she had the audacity to start getting nasty with me. She stopped talking to me because I wasn't talking to her. It's never really important when someone isn't genuine friend, but there are always small hints. And yeah, and you were absolutely right, Met V. Because a lot of times, especially when you are a very compassionate person, compassionate people, we take a lot. We take a lot, and sometimes it comes off as weak. A lot of people may consider a compassionate person weak because they take a lot. But when you're a compassionate person, it just means you can overly care to the point to where you can put yourself in a position to get used, and that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I just allowed too much to go on to where the disrespect manifested. You know what I'm saying? And I'm woman enough to admit I knew that's what I went wrong. And there was nothing I could do at that point to correct it. So the only thing I felt that I could do at that point in time was to just end a friendship. Because what people have to realize, whether if you're in a relationship or a friendship, once a person gets used to disrespecting you, it is hard to earn that respect back, if you get what I'm saying. Once a person gets used to handling you a certain way, once a person gets used to treating you a certain way, once you program them, once you have allowed them to mistreat you, it is hard to reverse that. It is. Once you allow a person to get in the habit of mistreating you and disrespecting you, you cannot reverse it. It is better to just end that relationship or end that friendship. Okay? Once a person gets used to doing that, you can't reverse it. Yeah, exactly, real Aaron. Exactly. Compassionate people, it's like a relationship where be severe. Yep, and y'all right. Compassionate people, we get screwed over a lot. When you the kind of person you just love, you love, your love comes from the core. When you genuinely love somebody, you put yourself in a position to get used. What some people would say was petty to dismiss her. I disrespect it. Yeah, really, it was not about the money, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it was not about the money. I just felt played because I'm like this. We supposed to be girls. We done shared deep secrets together. We shared some intimate things. You exactly. A lot of people would take your meekness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that I was weak. It wasn't that I was scared of her. It wasn't none of that. I'm just very passionate about my friendship. You know what I'm saying? And when I give them my all, I expect the same in return. It is just as simple as that. Like I said, I went to the event with a glass of wine and a card. You know what I'm saying? Because that's me. You know, I'm not just gonna come and show up and eat just to, you know what I mean? I'm going to show my support as well. You know what I'm saying? So when we got to the job, she started treating me nasty. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. When she started treating me nasty because you got mad with the fact I caught on to you. And let me tell you something about dirty people. Dirty people hate to be exposed. Dirty people want you to stay asleep. Dirty people don't want you to wake up. They want you to stay asleep so they can keep lying to you, keep using you, keep taking advantage of you. And the moment you wake up on them, now they have a problem. As long as you sleep, and you acting like you don't know what's going on, they're going to continue to keep abusing you and misusing you. And that is what happened. So, when we got to the job, I stopped dealing with her. And because I stopped dealing with her, now instead of her being woman enough, coming to me, seeing what the problem is, you always can tell who your real friends are. Because let me tell you something. Teeth and tongue fall out. But if a person mean you well, they're going to try with all they might to try to make things work. Okay, if a person throws in the towel easily, whether if that's a friendship or a relationship, that means they never had your best interest at heart to begin with. Okay, because my thing is, and they will show their truth. Oh my goodness, yes, true royal fam. You said a mouthful because that's what happened. So what happened was when I stopped talking to her, she started being nasty with me. Okay, so usually when she would come to work, we sitting down, we chatting, we say, girl, what's up, blah, 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 this and that. We wasn't doing that no more because I wasn't in the business of being phony. Once a person has betrayed me and you don't slap me in my face too many times, I'm done with playing. I don't wanna, I could have played it off and still, let her think she got over and just, I could have let it go. But at that point, it was too much disrespect. And I just felt like, I'm not about to just, keep pretending I'm not being disrespected and I'm not getting played. So, true story. 2 weeks later, I come to my job. And only reason I'm open like this, you know what I'm saying, is because I'm sharing my lesson for other people to learn from my mistakes, okay? I come to work 2 weeks later. And I got 2 hours left in my shift. And I get thank you for the $10 donation, Met V. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. So the HR director and the HR personnel and the director came into my office while I was working. One little piece of the puzzle I left out before I tell y'all that part. When me and her wasn't talking, I went on her Facebook page, okay? Because some people think they can shoot subliminal messages on Facebook and you not going to read them between the lines. You get what I'm saying? So, I've been friends with her long enough to know she's the kind of broad, when she gets mad, she will post stuff on Facebook. You feel me? she couldn't hold water. You know what I'm saying? So at the time I had a Facebook page. So I went on the Facebook page and I scoped that page and I scoped her page. She put this message and let me know she was getting ready to pull something dirty. She posts on there, never bite the hand that feeds you, right? So I read that, I'm like, never bite the hand that feeds you. And I'm like, And I knew it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, when you've been friends with somebody for a long time, you know what they will do when they get mad. You know the things they're capable of doing when they get upset with you. And I know she's a Facebook queen. She can't hold water. You know what I'm saying? When she get mad, she like to post in subliminal messages like, I'm so damn slow. I'm not going to read in between the lines. You talking to me. You know, so when she posted that, I knew then something funky was going to go down, but I couldn't put my hand on it, okay? So I go to work, like I said, and that's when my director and the HR personnel came to my office. Now, mind you, when you see two of these individuals, only one or two things is going to happen. Somebody's going to get fired, or either you're under investigation and they're going to question you about something. So what ended up happening was they told me that it was some information that had been given to them, because at the time when me and her were friends, we both was receiving some benefits underneath the table, okay? And exactly. So what happened was, as friends, this is something we both knew we both were doing. You know what I mean? So what happened was, the HR director told me some information was given to them, and I knew it came from her, because it was the only person who knew that I did that. It was something me and her both was doing. Okay? So she indirectly submitted some information to them that only me and her knew about as friends. And I knew it came from her because at the time, we're not speaking, we're not on the best of terms. Coincidentally, not HR and not director is coming to me. So they basically told me, based on the information that was sent to them, they was going to have to terminate me and let me go. So I lost my job right then and there on the spot. And that's what ended up happening. So the same day I got fired, I go on your Facebook account. You put the word YEEESSSSS. You actually rejoiced the day I got fired. Okay? So I knew all along it was her that had something to do with it, because she didn't even try to be discreet and play it off like she had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was, the same day they had terminated me, I let them know, if you're going to check me, you need to check other people in this department. And that's the way I left it. Needless to say, she got fired 2 days later after me. She'd been doing the job for 10 years. I only been there for 3 years. And that's how that went down. When you do karma, karma comes back on you. And that's exactly what happened. And you're absolutely right. She was not being a friend. The majority of the time when we think people mean us well, they don't always mean us well like you think. And the sad part is, you really don't get to know people until something bad happens. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And that's why it is best that if you do decide to do anything, if you do any dirt, it is best that you do it by yourself. Do not put other people on. Do not put other people on with you. You know what I'm saying? Because when that person gets mad, or depending on what happens and what goes wrong between the both of you, they will use it against you later. So that was a valuable lesson for me. But at the same time, it was a valuable lesson for her, because she thought she was being dirty, dirt got thrown back on her as well. You know what I'm saying? So the reason I told y'all, the reason why I'm telling you this is to make y'all realize is that, thanks, wake the hell up. What's up? I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I tell y'all that to say this. You have to be very careful with who you share your personal information with. Okay, because when people get upset with you, they will use it to their advantage. Yeah, but she lost something more meaningful than that because she was there much longer than I was. Okay, so at the end of the day, you have to be careful. What you put out there is what you get back. Like my mother always says, whatever you put out there, you get back. You put out negative, you get back negative. You put out good, you get back good. Thank you for the donation, Real Aaron. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I agree. You have to be very leery with people. Again, I was very trusting. I let my guard down. When you're in friendship, unfortunately, whether if you're in friendship or you're in a relationship, that person knows all of your weaknesses. You get what I'm saying? That person knows your what will get under your skin. That person knows what will upset you. It's kind of like going into a boxing ring, you know what I'm saying? If your opponent knows that you got a bad knee, because at the time before y'all went into the ring together, y'all was friends, and you told that person you got a problem with your knee, what you think the first thing they gonna attack when you get in the ring? What is the first thing you think they're gonna attack? They're gonna attack your knee. You know why? Because they know that's where you weak at. And that's what they're going to attack. And that's basically what had happened. But the sad part about it, guys, it was two black successful women who were really good at their jobs. You know what I'm saying? We both was good. We both was great at what we were doing. And a lot of people respected us as employees. But because of pride, because of jealousy, because of being biggity or whatever the case was, we both lost out on the end. You know what I'm saying? We both lost good jobs over foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't have to be that way. And when I tell people this story, they don't believe me. It sounds silly to them. Like over a dinner, it was something just that petty. And that is why I've gotten to the point to where when it comes to friendship, I really don't put myself out there like I used to, because everybody puts their best face forward when y'all both are getting along. But the sad part is you do not know how corrupt that person could really be until y'all fall out. That's the worst thing about it. Another thing is that people have a sinking ship mentality. If I can include someone else, oh, yep, you're right about that. That's very true. It was only about, apparently she was a closet. Yeah, apparently, again, like I said, as long as we were getting along and everything was hunky dory, it wasn't a problem. And believe it or not, even in friendship, and that's why I tell a lot of black women, sometimes black women could be very overly possessive of one another. I've had an experience like that happen to me twice. I mean, wasn't as bad as this last one, but sometimes black women could become very over possessive in friendship to the point to where they think they own you. I've had friends who really acted like they own me as far as with friendship. You know what I mean? Some people just take their dominance to a whole nother level. What happens when they can't break you through your weaknesses? They move on and try. Yeah, that's another disadvantage uptown. Some people are sore losers, possessive over anything that they do not. That's true. Yeah, some people are sore losers. Some people cannot handle the fact that you have woken up and you have become aware of their shadiness. Once you become aware of somebody's shadiness, and they know they no longer have that advantage in manipulating you and in getting over on you, people get upset because you have to realize this person had the upper hand for a long time. And sometimes everybody don't have to be nasty to dominate you. You got some people that's sweetly possessive. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way. People can dominate you, and if you're not smart and you don't read in between the lines, people could dominate you sweetly. They don't have to dominate you aggressively now. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody saying, you better call me. If you don't call me, I'm cuss you out. I'm gonna go off on you if I don't hear from you. That's being like an aggressive dominant. Then you have your passive dominant, where they may not curse, they may not yell, but they can be very demanding, but they know how to do it real smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you call me now when you get home. Make sure you call me because I don't want to be worried about you now. I don't want to be staying up all night worrying about, it's being messy. It's so much strategy, and it's so much narcissism out there. I'm telling you, I've been doing a lot of studying on narcissism behavior. And if you really look into stuff like that, it really opens your eyes. I'm done there trying to amp that no word there, right? Yeah, that is exactly what happened. She tried to use I'm the loyal friend and I'm the friend to the end. But the moment I started catching on and realizing that, that's just your strategy. You use that sweet aggressive that's part of your mechanism, to win people over. And once she saw that wasn't working, it went from being nice and sweet to nasty and corrupt. She turned a whole nother page, once she saw that I had caught on and I had figured it out. Because let me tell you something. If you learn to be quiet, sometimes you can learn a lot when you be quiet and you just observe. And it took me years to learn how to not always voice my feelings, to not always share my opinions. It took me years to learn how to train my mouthpiece and learn how to be quiet. If you be quiet, people will give themselves away without you even having to ask them anything. If you just be quiet and you listen, they're going to tell on themselves eventually. They will tell on themselves every time. If you learn to just sit back, eventually, especially a very aggressive person, especially a manipulator, manipulators are going to tell on themselves sooner or later. If you just be quiet. And that's what I did. And that situation, when she got upset with me, it's not my natural character to be quiet. I've always been the kind of person I always got to speak my mind. If I'm mad with you, you're gonna know it. If I'm upset with you, you're gonna know it. And I've learned over the years that less is best. The more you keep your composure, the better off you are. And me being a black woman, that was hard for me to do because black women, we have a problem with being submissive, not only to other people, but being submissive to our inner voice. A lot of times, it ain't even just black men we don't listen to. We don't listen to our own selves. We don't listen to our own intuition. Sometimes your own mind could be telling you, don't do that, don't say that, disengage before things get ugly. I've learned to listen to my second voice, and by me being quiet and not saying anything, even when I was really angry, she ended up exposing to me who she was all along. Because she could not keep her anger under control. And people who get out of control, you end up losing control. You have to learn, there comes a point in the time, you have to learn when to pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't need to be addressed. You do not always have to speak your mind. You don't always have to let somebody know they did you dirty. Let me tell you something. Grown people know better. Grown people know when they're doing you dirty. You don't have to tell them that was wrong what you did. Why you did that like that. That was messed up. Grown people be knowing just what the heck they be doing. Yeah, it come a point when you don't have to keep, approaching every person that does you wrong. You know what I mean? You don't always have to verbalize and speak your mind to a person every time they do you dirty. One thing I learned is best to be thought of as a fool. Yeah, that I'm telling y'all are definitely kicking some knowledge to me. Y'all giving me some information that I can use. Grown people playing their wrongdoing. Yeah, most of the time they know just what they be doing. A lot of it got to do with it just depends on, they want to see how far you're going to let them go. That's what it boils down to. A lot of them know what they be doing. They just want to see how far you're going to let them go. That's what the majority boils down to. It's about how much can I get away with? How much is she gonna let me do? How much is he gonna keep taking off of me? You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. You know what I mean? And if you put yourself in a position to be a welcome mat rug, people have no problem walking all over you. Um, no, I'm not from New Jersey, but I did live up north for a little while. So I've been told I still have that accent. I don't know if it's still there because I've been a country girl so long, but um no, I'm not from New Jersey, but I did live in New York. I think that was 96, 97. No, yeah, that was like 95, 96, 97. Yeah, I lived in Manhattan, Bowling Green area. Yeah, I had lived up north with my father, and then after that, 2, 3 years later, I moved up north to Connecticut. So yeah, I somewhat have a little bit of experience with up north. Yeah, I'm a military brat, so I kind of traveled a couple of places and everything. I moved around a lot. Till I came back. I came back into Savannah in '99 when I graduated from high school. Yeah, so yeah, I've been near that area. Yeah, Gullible, my dog Boss G goes. I mean, he runs our show RT. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I stayed up north for a little while. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've kind of traveled and been a couple of places. But yeah, I've learned over the years. You have to learn how to hold your peace. Sometimes it's hard as it is. Sometimes your mouthpiece, you got to learn when to use it, and you got to learn when not to use it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes as women, we don't have no discipline over that. We feel like the moment something makes us upset, or somebody pisses us off, we have to go in full throttle. You don't have to go in. You're gonna do a lot of damage just by being silent. You know why? Because when you're silent, that person has no clue what's on your mind. When you're angry and you verbalize everything, you're giving that person plenty of ammunition to burn you. Sometimes you just got to learn to keep your freaking mouth closed. You will be surprised how many people will have life would be so much easier if they didn't always express all of their feelings. Everybody don't need to know what makes you mad. Everybody don't need to know your push button. You know what I'm saying? People don't need to know all your combinations to your lock. You feel me? Anybody else got any questions they would like to ask me about myself? This would be the good time to do it. Because I know when I do my videos, a lot of y'all leave comments and y'all want to ask certain questions, and I can't always get back to y'all because I get too many comments under my videos, and it's just impossible for me to try to respond back to everybody. But yes, I am from Savannah, Georgia. That is where I was born and raised. I'm from 4 hours from Atlanta. Let's see, crazy thing here. Still get used to using that. Yeah, but yeah, I'm from Savannah. Again, I'm also a college student. I'm getting my second master's degree in Homeland Security. I'm trying to apply. I'm just considering going into law enforcement. I have a passion in doing law enforcement as well, so that's something I'm strongly considering doing. I already done been into the police academy. And now I'm considering going into law enforcement. The bus is crazy white woman. It's crazy white woman. Oh goodness, you was crazy, Aaron. I thought you was from New Orleans. No, I'm not from New Orleans, but I would like to visit New Orleans. Whoa, Masters in the house, first MBA. Yeah, this is my second master's degree. Already got my first one in criminal justice. What idiot goes back to school right after you get your first master's degree? Who goes back again? I have no life, I'm telling you. Being a college student is no joke. It's a lot of work. Okay, what you got your degree in? Let's see, not many people. Yeah, it's just, man, I'm telling you, it's just, it's hard out here getting jobs, and then the competition. And it's like if you have too many degrees, nobody don't want to hardly hire you either. You could be overly qualified. That's a bad part. International business. Okay, that's excellent. Excellent. You're on the bus now. Y'all is crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely. Like I said, if I'm not vlogging, most of the time that's what I'm doing. I am like a little old lady. I really don't go anywhere. I don't do too much anything. I need that laugh. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I am like a little old lady. I really don't do a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? On my free time, I'm either out with my husband, I'm out with my daughter. Well, hell, my daughter she ain't even stunting me no more now. She got her car now, so I don't even see her. I got to make appointments with my own daughter, and she's 16 years old. I got to make appointments with her. Okay, yeah, studying for your MBA, I could only imagine. I mean, hats off to you. I mean, a lot of people who get degrees, a lot of people don't think it's a big deal. It's like, oh, you got your master's, you got your bachelor's, no big deal. It's a very big deal because it takes a lot to be dedicated. I'm talking about going to school for years. That's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of dedication. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't have the strength to do it. You got people who fall out within the first or second semester. Yeah, it is a commitment, and it's definitely a responsibility. It's a lot of work. Instead he's doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, yep. And Einstein is completely right. You know what I'm saying? You away from the white ladies now, Aaron? You good now? Oh my goodness. Yeah, and it oh, okay. Okay, good. I'm glad you made it on the bus safely. Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely considering I'm gonna go into law enforcement. I've already applied. So it's gonna be interesting. Back into the police academy. This will be my second time. I have to actually learn how to shoot a little bit better though. My shooting is not that good. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I shoot like a gangbanger. So I have to work. I have to go to the gun range and shoot. Start practicing a little bit or whatever, because that's a big requirement. You got to learn how to shoot or whatever. So it's definitely going to be interesting. But yeah, again, this is my second live chat. I'm getting used to learning how to chat. It's a lot. It's not. I'm so far. I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah, it's about patience and breathing control. I think my problem is just the recoil action. That's the only part I'm kind of struggling with is that recoil. I'm gonna have to start off with a 9 because right now I'm using a 40 Glock. I think I'm gonna have to start off with something a little bit smaller. Yeah, but yeah, it's the breathing and stance. It's a couple of things, but I think Police Academy is very. It was a very fun and pleasant experience for me. I really enjoyed it. I met a lot of cool people there. It's really good. You don't need to aim with the shotgun. Just point. Yeah, Darius, I'm telling you, that is just it's something I got to really just kind of practice on. And believe it or not, I almost qualified. Don't y'all know I missed qualifying by one bullet. I would have been an officer. I missed by one bullet. The last bullet, it didn't hit the center, it hit the shoulder, and that's how I lost my points. I was so crushed. I'm not even gonna lie. I just wanted to kill myself. I was so devastated to get so close. Yeah, don't forget that hit the thumbs up, y'all. I appreciate it. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. This is only my second. I knew it was something I was gonna have to do eventually because my followers, you guys kept reaching out to me. Yeah, we got Rangers. Yeah, we got one. We got one. Yeah, I'm gonna start practicing now that I know I'm getting closer to re-enrolling back in law enforcement. Yeah, I'm gonna start practicing a lot more and using it a lot more. And I'm not gonna lie, I love taking out my frustration on them targets. I'm serious. I pictured a lot of people on that target. Yep. Practice, practice. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to do that. You have a 40? Yeah, actually, that's what you have to qualify with to become a police officer. You need at least a 9 mag or a 40 or a 45. Either one of those and you good to go. So I'm really hoping I get this time. This is my second time round. It was 4 years ago. I matured more since then. I've been in the police academy before, so that's a good thing. So I've already got some kind of experience and stuff. The best part about the police academy was driving the police cars and driving them fast. That around all of those cones, that was fun. But a 9. No, we don't do shotguns. They did train us, but you don't have to be qualified with a shotgun. But they did train us to use it. But yeah, that was a really good experience. Yes, the Evoc. Yes, I had loved that Evoc. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun doing that. I could still carry a holder. Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's what I did met the Evoc. I had a lot of fun going around all of those cones, and then you had to do it within 5 minutes. It took me 20 times to get it right. I got it right on the last try. I think we had to do it within like 3 minutes, and I got it within like 2:55 or something like that. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to always do that. Like I said, this is what I have a passion in doing. I have a passion in commenting and vlogging. Again, as I mentioned before, the reason I had got into this vlogging in the first place, because there's a lot of commentators out there. We have a lot of them who does commentating on YouTube. And I noticed that the majority of black men who do the male commentating, they're always constantly bashing black women. And if it's not the black men bashing the black women, it's the black women bashing the black men. But what I do differently, I'm going to tell you how it is on both sides. Because we got some trifling black men and we have some trifling black women. Okay? None doesn't outgrow the other. All of us have issues. And what I try to do is I try to give everybody both sides, coming from both angles. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of my messages are for black men, because I want black men to have a better understanding as to why females operate the way they do, whether if they are thought or whether if they are a woman. I give you both things to look at. I show you what to look for from a thought, and I show you what to look for from a woman. Yeah, and that's exactly what I try to do. I'm not going to be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? I lost one subscriber because he got upset with me when I did one message. Oh, Evoc emergency vehicle operations course. That is when you're in a police academy and they make you drive the squad car around a bunch of cones. It's almost 500 cones out there and you can't hit one. You cannot hit one. You know how many times I kept running over them things? And then, how about I was the shortest officer out there? They had to get a pillow for me for the squad car. They had to give me a pillow. Because Captain Fogarty said, when I was driving the car, it looked like nobody was in it. I was the shortest officer out there. They had to get a pillow because of me. Ain't that something? I mean, yeah, but that's what it is. Yeah, emergency vehicle operations course, and you got to do it fast. You got to go around every cone, and you better not hit one. You hit one cone, you disqualified, and that was a lot of pressure. I felt like I was waiting on paternity test results when I was finished with that thing. I am 5 foot even. Hey, what's up, lovely? You okay? Black people are always late for everything. Only thing black folks ain't late for is free barbecue. Oh, goodness. Love you much, Uptown Girl. Give that beautiful baby yours a kiss for me, okay? You have a good one. Yeah, they had you over here. I was able to reach the steering wheel. I was able to do that. But that was a big old squad car. I ain't even gonna lie. Thank you, Darius. I appreciate it. Yeah, yep, CP time. Yeah. Black folks, I'm late for everything. I really can't talk about nobody being late. I am late for everything. everything. My family already know when they come to me, if they're having a function at 8, they got to tell me 6 o'clock. I'm late for everything. I'm serious. I lack punctuality. I'm 5 even out. Let's show. You's a mess. Yeah, I am very short. I'm still the same height I was since middle school. It has not changed. My daughter taller than me. It's okay though, cause small things come in big packages, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm fun size. That's what they call it, fun size. I'm definitely, I'm applying now. So only thing I'm nervous about is the background checks, because some of these police departments, they so extra. I mean, all these corrupt policemen, and they want to throw somebody application away if it's just one little flaw. They be blowing me with that. I'm like, for real. That just kind of, that's the only thing I'm kind of tripping about or whatever. But other than that, I'm telling the polygraph. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't murdered anybody, so I mean, hopefully that count for something. Hopefully that count for something. I only been to jail once for suspended license. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all jail goers, y'all know this. Let me ask y'all something. Why do people that's locked up in jail be complaining about jail like it's not jail? I mean, you know you in prison. Why are you complaining about jail? You complaining about the food? Where you think you at? The Marriott? People in jail are so quick to complain about jail. Somebody in jail is always complaining about jail. I mean, I've been in jail one time, one night, and that was the most miserable experience of my life. I had a suspended license. I've been took care of it, but that was a miserable experience for me. That one night of cold spaghetti and warm Kool-Aid. Shout out to all my dogs who keep going to prison and going to jail, because I don't see how y'all can do it. That one night for me, that I couldn't do it. I said I ain't coming back here. I had to pay almost $2,000 to get my license straightened out. What's up, Ernest? Ernest, you have been very, very patient with me, cause my live chat kept going out. You've been keeping up with me though the whole time. You've been keeping up with me like a child support caseworker. You've been very faithful. Yep, they're going to jail for tickets and stupid stuff. It's not worth the aggravation. Anybody who got a ticket, pay for it. I'm telling you. The fines get worse. You catch hell getting your license back. I paid a lot of money to have to get my license restored. I paid almost $2,000. It was a headache. So it's probably best stuff. If you can handle it. Yeah, I mean, honestly. But yeah, I just don't, you have some people that's institutionalized. They've been in and out the jail system for so long, they don't know how to function to the outside world. They just, they so used to being in and out of the system. And the system actually has a way of handicapping people, because when it's time for them to go out here and deal with the real world, where they got to deal with real bills and they need real jobs, being in the prison system, you get so complacent with not having to be responsible for anything. That's the only bad part about jail. In jail, it's like an escape from reality. You don't have to deal with no bills. You don't have to deal with surviving out here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just to let y'all know too, I am a big criminal justice fanatic. Anything that's criminal, anything I do with criminal justice, I watch 48 Hours. I watch all the lockup specials. I am a big criminal justice fanatic. Just survive. Yeah, surviving inside is not good either. I watch all of my prison specials. I watch every prison. I watch the fictional prison documentaries, and I watch the like the Orange is the New Black. I watch all of that. Don't ask me why I have such a fascination with prison. I don't ever want to go to prison, but I like to watch prison documentaries and stuff like that. Just anything with law. I'm very passionate with law. That most of my degrees I have everything to do with law. I'm just real big with law. I like to know the law. I like to know how things work. I think black people need to educate themselves more when it comes to the law, because a lot of us are constantly being bamboozled by the system because we're not being educated. We're not being up to date with the system. A lot of people need to educate themselves to the system. I even tell you guys that even with child support, you guys have to be up to date with the system. If you didn't just listen to you, I can tell you have a spirit. Thank you. I appreciate that, Aaron. Most of the time, I try to, I guess, when you've been through a lot in life, when you've been through a lot of situations, it just humbles you. It humbles you and it puts you in a different place. You got some people, they go through certain things. It's either going to go one or two ways. You go through certain things in life, it's either going to make you bitter or it's going to make you better. You got to choose which one you're going to do, which route you're going to go. Yes, I think black people, we definitely need to educate ourselves when it comes to the law. It is so many laws out there. It is so many things that we have to stay up to par on. My 177 a week and child support for myself today, like I'm up. So you keeping up with them child support payments, honey? I don't blame you. I'm telling you, child support is a murder. I mean, I hate that the laws are not changing with child support. I don't like how child support has a lot of the laws orchestrated. It makes no sense to suspend a man's license where he can't work. He need a job to supply the income. How you going to suspend a man's license? It comes out of your check. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they will lock you up quick, and they will also take your license tag too. Okay, you said your child support was terminated. Explain that to me. Explain that to me about your child support being terminated. You meaning like you no longer have to pay it or what? What happened? Because I'm trying to understand. And some of you guys, the messages be going kind of fast. I'm using my tablet. So if I'm not responding to you, I'm not ignoring you. Just go quick. So it takes advantage of the ignorant. Yes, it does. If you do not know your law, you will get pimped. Because black men, you go down there, them caseworkers will tell you anything. You got to do your own research. They will sit up there and tell you all kind of stuff. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't, you gave up your rights. Oh, okay. I got you. I don't want to get too personal, but, can you kind of give me a brief scenario on what made you kind of give up your rights? Was it something she wanted? Or you want it? I'm just trying to I'm just trying to see what's going on with your situation. I don't want to comment on it unless I have accurate information. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot of black women that are taking advantage. Okay. Thanks. Wake the hell up. I appreciate you. Wake the hell up was the first dude that put me live on his show. He embraced me from day one. And I really appreciate him for that. Yeah, Wake the Hell Up is a really good guy. He has his own channel as well. So if y'all ever want to check Wake the Hell Up out, he is definitely a channel worth looking into. We have y'all. You guys have to know the law. It's a lot of guys don't even know if your child goes to jail or if your child is in juvenile. You're not supposed to be paying child support. I know a lot of y'all didn't know that. If you have a child that's in juvenile and that child is incarcerated, you're not supposed to still be paying child support. See, it's all kind of little stuff out there that y'all have no clue. And these helpers will be sitting back still collecting checks and y'all have no clue because y'all are not doing y'all research. Y'all are not investigating. Y'all are going by whatever these caseworkers tell y'all. Y'all are not taking the time to investigate and look into these things for yourselves. They will tell you anything. You have to investigate and do your math. And every state is different. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take into account, even when people give you child laws and guidelines on child support, make sure it matches the guidelines within your state because every state is different. The child support laws in Georgia is different from Mississippi and vice versa. She wanted the rights, so I gave them up. Got tired of going to her. Was affecting my work. Okay, now, okay, because you know what? In certain states, when you give up your custody rights, sometimes if you give up the custody rights as the father, it still doesn't take away the obligation of the child support. It just means that you no longer have rights to that child as far as making any decisions, but it doesn't stop the child support. Now, if that woman has agreed to you giving up the rights in addition to also the child support, then normally the father doesn't have to pay the child support either. So I'm wondering, in the state you're in, by you terminating your rights, did that state automatically terminate the child support, or did she also agree for you not to pay child support too? Because I know plenty of guys who have terminated their rights, but it still doesn't mean they don't have to they're not obligated to the financial aspect. So that's a kind of, again, excuse me, that's why you have to check your state status laws, because it's different. The state can't take money from me. Oh, okay. Cool, Tipsy. Cool. I'm glad for you on that, because it's a lot of men out here, they are stuck. It's like child support has held them hostage. It's a lot of guys being held hostage based on child support. Yeah, and I agree with Aaron. It's a lot of guys being held hostage on child support. They can't get away from it. I know a gentleman now. His kids are grown and they are married and they even have children of their own, and he still have to pay child support. He still got to pay it. And I'm telling you, the laws are really screwed up with child support. It's really screwed up. You know what I'm saying? And besides child support, like I said, child support is just one part. I'm telling you, it's a gray area of the child support in most states. The mother can still exactly that's the thing about it. I don't want you guys thinking. I know what the other gentleman, his case was a special case scenario. Tipsy had a special case scenario to where his got terminated. But I don't want you other guys thinking that if you terminate your rights, that doesn't mean you don't have to pay child support. No, you are still obligated to pay in child support unless the mother signs off and agree that she doesn't want that child support from you. And if you get a black woman who agrees to not get child support from you, you better thank your Lord, because I don't know too many of them that's going to agree to you not giving them some money. Oh, it's okay, Ernest. I got you. This is technology. I mean, technology is going to act up. My video been going in and out. So, I completely understand. That's technology. Internet is 100% reliable. Yeah. As I was stating, that's why I don't want guys around here thinking, I do not want y'all to get the wrong information. Just because you terminate your rights, it does not mean that you do not have to pay child support. You can terminate your rights, but in the state you're still obligated to that. Thing that's changed, that CS is a contract between two or more parties to injury effect. I said that you have a contract into that. Yeah, child support. Let me tell y'all the trick with child support. The purpose of child support, and this is what a lot of black women are not understanding. Child support is not really supporting the child, if y'all think about it. Because, like I mentioned this the other night, for those of y'all who didn't see the last live chat, child support takes out a certain percentage from the mother, even when she's collecting child support. Judge stated to her man, we can't take money from someone who's on temporary government assistance. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. They can't make you produce something you don't have. If you're in a situation, guys, and and the doctor considered you disabled or not able to work, or for whatever reason, you got to get on some type of governmental assistance, guess what? You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. It is what it is. And that a lot of black women, they play themselves because they don't never prepare themselves for the worst case scenario. A lot of them just think they could go down there, file child support, and live like an Atlanta housewife. It don't go that way. Because if that father gets sick, or if that father gets some governmental disability assistance or something, guess what? He's not obligated by law. The government cannot only make that father pay a certain percentage. Um, some guys have child support order. Yeah, you know why? Because it boils down to Met V is this, as I was getting ready to say before, but I kind of digress. Child support is all about making you compensate for the money they had to distribute to the mother. If that mother was getting food stamps, if that mother was getting TANF, if that mother was getting Medicaid, anytime a woman goes and files for Medicaid, food stamps, any type of governmental assistance, that is coming out of the government's pocket. Okay? Anytime you give food stamps, Medicaid, that's coming out of their pocket. That is not free money. A lot of people around here thinking food stamps and Medicaid is free money. It is not free lunch. It is not. That money is coming from somewhere. So what happens is when she files that child support, they ask the mother, okay, give me the father information. I want his name. I want his address. I want where he works. And the reason for this, it does, you're right, it comes from Treasury. And the reason for this is because they want to make sure all the money they divvying out to her, which is the food stamps, which is the Medicaid, they want to make sure that money is put back in the pot. Okay? And that is where child support law enforcement comes in that. Brothers, they don't make condoms for. I agree with you. Dollar condom is better than 18 years worth of payment. I totally, Uptown, your message went out before I could finish reading it. Also praise the Lord. Yeah, that, let me tell you, that all that money is going to everything. What these women are not understanding who are filing child support is, child support even deducts a certain fee from the mother. They deduct a certain percentage. Now, I can't quote if it's 5%, 10%, but the mother does not get that whole amount. For example, they might tell the mother, you may get $500 a month. You may get $300 out of that. The other two got to go towards all of the stamps, everything they giving you in between that time before that father started paying his way. You get what I'm saying? So it's a business. Child support is a business. In my opinion, child support is not even looking out for the mother. Because in my opinion, if y'all feel like these children deserve every dime, then why are y'all taking out a certain percentage? You get what I'm saying? If it's really all about the kids, why y'all charging the mothers? Why y'all deducting it out their money? You know what I'm saying? It's like Darius said. It is a business. You know, they're not, to the women who get child support, they're not doing this for you for free. They need to get paid and ensuring that the fathers are giving you money. You got to pay them for collecting the money for you. Okay? There is no free ride. You know what I'm saying? You know, they get taken a certain percentage out. All that money does not come to them. So what some women are trying to do, they're trying to get slick and get money under the table. They would rather put the man put the money in their hand so that eliminates the middleman. Which in my opinion, that is the better thing to do. If you and the mother got an okay relationship, if you can do it under the table, that would be the wise thing to do. But these days, the way women are these days, I think it's better to go through the books. Yeah. A lot of them, it's, again, I really feel like child support is really all about power. It's just another way of, abusing, it's just another way of abusing the system for a woman to get what she wants. You know what I'm saying? It's all about power. I've known some guys who, was able to get child support under the table, pay their child support under the table. It's never been a problem. Until that man gets with another woman, or that man remarries. Now, she wants to go file child support through the state. And that's the only trickier part about doing child support under the table, because the moment that woman gets upset or she gets angry or something happens, she can go back anytime and file on you. That's the bad part about it. So you're taking a chance sometimes when you're doing it on the table. Well, the business occur. Yeah, it's, if you could cut out the middleman, that's a mature thing to do. But 9 times out of 10, you can't do it that way, because you never know when that person is going to flip and do something different. I agree. In League of Dads, he's a really cool guy. I've done some live channels with him too, and we've discussed this several times. You know, it's too many women who rather get the child support instead of the father. And you have no proof you pay. Yep, that's the thing about it. You pay under the table. You better save some receipts. You better save some money orders, because all that paying under the table, it is considered as gifts. And again, it's a lot of men who do not know the child support laws. There are some men out there who are paying women cash, knowing they own child support, and that money is supposed to go on the books. Anything you pay off of those books is considered a gift. It is too many men that are doing that. You are hurting yourselves if you think that if your court order is you pay $500 a month. That's what the judge told you. You breaking it off with $20 here, $50 there, and it's not even going on the books. You putting money out there in vain. It is not going to count. It's a lot of young guys doing that because they don't understand how child support is orchestrated. Like time of conception. Yeah, again, I think unfortunately child support has become the new hood hustle. Ah. Hey y'all, y'all see me? I'm gonna go ahead on and wrap it up because I'm having connection issues and everything. But just keep in mind that I am working on upgrading my equipment, upgrading my software and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything up because I'm having some connection issues here. So just keep in mind, tomorrow night me and my mom are going to do a double duo video. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And I appreciate the donations. And again, this is your girl, Lady Mocha. And guys, my connection thing is tripping, so I'm gonna go ahead on and wrap it up. I'll be a lot more prepared next time or whatever. But keep in mind, tomorrow night, me and my mom are gonna do a double dual message. We're going to do a double dual topic tomorrow. I'm going to upload that for you guys tomorrow night. So again, I thank all of you for rocking with me, for supporting me. My fan base is going up to almost 2,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And definitely I'm going to do that. And I have to thank all of you guys just for rocking with me. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do is, instead of this Wi-Fi, I'm going to plug my internet in directly to whatever device I'm using, so I don't have this problem with connection anymore. I don't think I'm going to do wireless because it's too much of an issue. But definitely, y'all just keep riding with me. I'm working on all of this stuff. I'm going to make sure I get better connection. I'm going to make sure I have better equipment. But I thank all of y'all for tuning in with me tonight. I'm going to be doing a message with my moms tomorrow night, so make sure y'all tune in for that. Again, this is your girl, Lady Mocha with Cafe de Paris. You know I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth. I'm going to always break you off with a slice of knowledge. It has been wonderful. Y'all have an awesome, wonderful evening. And I thank all of you so much for just supporting me, and I thank you for the donations. You could donate at Cafe de Paris through my PayPal. If you check any of my videos, I have my donation information. I don't care which video you go on, you should be able to find my donation information. Yeah, and you can just send it through there. Even if you want to do $1 a month, $5 a month, one time, any blessing is any kind of blessing. I appreciate it so much. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I love all of you. And remember, all my information is going to be on my link, so email me, keep me posted, and y'all have a wonderful night, and I love you guys, and I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. This is Lady Mocha, and I am signing off.